When you reach out to pet your cat, do you actually know what your hands are telling them? You think you're showing love, and you mean to, but the way most owners pet their cats, the places they touch, the pressure they use, is sending a completely different message. Because your cat can't say stop, they've been living with it quietly every single day. If you keep getting this wrong, which 95% of owners do, you may be slowly eroding the trust your cat has been trying to build with you. Let's start with what your hands are actually communicating. Have you ever seen your cat roll onto their back and expose their belly and assumed that was an invitation? Almost every owner has reached down in that moment. Here's what's actually happening. The belly display is not an invitation to touch. It is a trust signal. Your cat is showing you their most vulnerable area, the place that protects their vital organs, as a way of saying, I feel safe enough around you to let my guard down. The moment you reach for their belly, you trigger a defensive reflex hardwired into cats for millions of years. Their back legs kick, their teeth find your hand, and you wonder what went wrong. What went wrong is that you misread the language. The belly display means, I trust you enough to be vulnerable. It does not mean, please touch me here. Your cat was giving you a gift. The most loving response is to receive it without taking it. If your cat ever freezes or flattens their ears while you're petting them, don't brush it off. We'll come back to exactly what that means at the end. Most people pet their cat wherever feels natural, along the back, down the tail, across the belly. They follow their own instincts, not their cat's. Here's what the research shows. A 2019 study from the University of Lincoln measured cats' cortisol levels, the biological marker of stress, while being touched in different areas. Touching the base of the tail, the lower back, and the belly caused measurable spikes in stress hormones, even in cats who appeared outwardly calm. Touching the cheeks, chin, base of the ears, and forehead produced the opposite response. Stress hormones dropped, the cats leaned in, their bodies relaxed. Your cat may have been sitting quietly while you pet their back, looking perfectly content, while their body was registering stress. They weren't relaxed, they were tolerating it, because they love you enough to stay. That distinction matters more than most owners ever realize. The areas your cat actually wants you to touch are not random. The cheeks, chin, forehead, and base of the ears are exactly where cats carry their most concentrated scent glands. When your cat presses their cheek into your hand, they are not just enjoying the sensation, they are transferring their scent onto you, deliberately. Behavioral scientists call this bunting, one of the most intentional acts of bonding a cat can perform. Scratching these zones triggers the release of facial pheromones. These are the biological signals cats use to mark what is safe, familiar, and theirs. Your cat is writing your name into their sense of home. Every time you pet them in these zones, you are telling their nervous system, this person is family, this person is safe. Now, before we keep going, if you're learning something new about your cat, hit like and subscribe. That's how we get these videos to more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. You pet your cat slowly down their back, reach the base of their tail, and their back arches into your hand. It seems like they love it. Then, 3 seconds later, they bite you. The tail base has an extremely dense concentration of nerve endings. The initial sensation is stimulating, but it crosses into overwhelming almost immediately. What starts as pleasurable becomes too much faster than your cat can consciously process. Behaviorists call this petting-induced aggression. It is not your cat being unpredictable, it is their nervous system hitting a threshold. Your cat is not attacking you. Their body is reacting to a signal that bypassed their conscious choice entirely. The most loving thing you can do is learn to stop before you reach that point. Some cats do allow belly touches. Some sit through back petting without reacting. Some tolerate the things that stress most other cats. Those cats are not different because they enjoy it more. They allow it because of you. Cats who permit contact in sensitive zones with one specific person are demonstrating the highest form of trust they have. They are overriding their own discomfort because the relationship matters more than the sensation. They don't do this with strangers. They don't do this with people they merely tolerate. This level of permission is reserved for the person their nervous system has classified as completely safe. If your cat lets you pet them in ways that stress them and stays anyway, that is not tolerance, that is devotion. Remember when I mentioned your cat freezing or flattening their ears? This is what I was talking about. Your cat has been communicating with you the entire time. The slow blink before they lean into your hand, the subtle ear rotation when you move toward an overwhelming zone, the single tail flick, quiet, not aggressive, as a first warning they are reaching their limit. These are not random behaviors. They are a language your cat built specifically for you. They learned that you watch them. They learned that you respond. When you learn to read those signals, when you stop at the first ear flick, when you redirect to the cheek glance, when you let the belly display be the gift it was meant to be, something shifts. Your cat stops tolerating your touch. They start seeking it. That is the entire relationship transforming because you chose to listen. So, the next time you reach out to pet your cat, remember what is actually happening. They have a map of zones that feel like safety and zones that feel like stress. They have scent glands that turn your touch into a biological declaration of family. When you touch them in the right places, you are not just petting an animal. You are speaking a language they were born to understand. You are telling them, in the only way their biology can receive it, you are safe, you are known, you are home. That gentle scratch behind the ear was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either.